On YouTube. I'm going to do a review on this DVD that I bought, I believe yesterday, and there's a 3-disc set here. It's Raw after the show. I watched disc 1 and 2 yesterday, and today I finished up with the third disc. Here's what it looks like here. Give my little review on it. Some match listings if you want to pause and look at it. Disc 1, 2, 3. When I read about this, here's the back. When I read about this coming out, I found it interesting because, some people like to leave right after, the show goes off the air, and I guess to beat the traffic, I guess that would kind of make sense. But a lot of the good stuff, happens after the show. It's just a really good DVD. It mostly has The Rock and Stone Cold. And Triple H on it, but I mean that's most of it. It's like they have like the Make-A-Wish people come in the front row, and I don't know which disc it was, but The Rock took a shirt off the camera guy and gave it to the Make-A-Wish people, and then there's a few of them in the crowd, and he gave him a Rock shirt that was in when he was doing the Hollywood gimmick there. But it starts out as in 2009. Or 99, not 2009. The good, Attitude Era days where, sold out arenas. And then it stops at the Raw after WrestleMania 29. And, which I guess could make sense, but I don't know. You would think they would have it updated, but I guess they just, the time to make it and print it and put it out. That's why they did that. Talk about the fandangoing is what the last one's about, John Cena. But they have interesting stuff like, Stone Cold, doing, drinking beer. Like every segment he drinks beer, and him and Jericho have it, where Jericho names those bands off and saying, I'm not going to do that because everybody knows you drink a beer, Stone Cold give you a stone, stuff like that. It's just really neat to go back and look at these, how these wrestlers have changed. Like Triple H, you can tell how Triple H and John Cena really how they've aged over the time. When this is a machine, WWE is a machine, and you're gonna look older when you're not really supposed to look that old. But I mean, I looked at John Cena. This was back in like Hogan and Batista. Let me see, it was 05 in Montreal after the show. And here, I'll show you the picture right here. See, look how young John Cena looks, and then compared to now, he looks a lot older. But they just kind of, do stuff like, it just shows you, what happens after, Raw. Usually there's good stuff that happens after Raw, but nowadays it's only like a match, usually. And but back in the day, they had beer bashes and all that stuff. It's pretty neat DVD. Where I bought it, was in a plastic case now. Like, I bought it at Walmart, actually. It was like a plastic case that covered it, and I had to have somebody come and open it. I guess the rest of them, they're open, but I guess they have to do this as a, precaution for people to steal them. But Goldberg's on here, which is pretty neat. Edge is on here. Ric Flair is celebrating, I guess, and Greensville. There's one where he's in Charlotte. Another one I liked was The Undertaker, where it was Booker T, Goldust, Undertaker, and someone else. And eventually, Undertaker goes to the camera guy. You can hear him. He says he knew that Vince put him up, and he eventually had to try to make him do a spinning Rudy. And then when two of the camera guys did spinning Rudy, they tried to get Lillian to do a spinning Rudy. It's Rock, that's what it was. But she didn't. But I do recommend this. I just thought it was pretty neat when it came out. But it's called The Best of Raw After the Show. When the camera stopped rolling, it's like that. And then there's Daniel Bryan on the back. I think he's in the last one. But there is like a week before I went, because I went what was it, like a month before I went to the Raw in August 2011, was on here, but none of the shows I went to were on here. It's mostly in the Toronto, Atlanta. You know, I mean, go pick this up. I think it's pretty neat. And I don't know what else to say. Out of 1 to 5 stars, I'd probably give this about a, I don't know, 4.5, maybe. But you know, this is just DVD to pick up for your collection. I don't know what else to say. Sorry about the lack of videos. I'll try to make more. Been busy doing my thing, so I'll see you guys later.